we're live. You're supposed to be going.
Here comes baseball, Yankees, Red Sox. Here comes baseball, and I said, it's baseball in London, in London, in London, in London, London. I didn't have an ending there, but hey, we're doing it, Jim.
Is that
Yanks, Red
is that
Sox.
Here Comes the Sun?
Yeah. You nailed it. Yankees, Red Sox across the pond.
Yeah.
Red Sox, Yanks in London.
This is what we fought for.
Old rivalry, new place.
Take that.
You think this is just a long play by England? And they're going to hold the Yankees and Red Sox hostage to get back at us for the revolution?
This is what King George and Cornwallis didn't want.
Oh, man.
They had one meeting. They're like, we got this new game.
Ooh.
Thinking about bringing it back to England. And they said, no, there's a reason we sent you away, you Puritan fucks. Don't bring us your lame sports. They said, are you kidding me? And they taxed them a bunch, and then they said...
And welcome to Talkin Yanks. We are excited. A couple off days, and it's time to get back into some Yankees baseball. And the best kind of Yankees baseball, Jim, Yankees Sox. It's just being played somewhere different.
Yankees versus the Red Sox played on a high school-sized field.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Tanaka versus... Who's pitching for them? I don't even know yet.
Porcello.
That sucks. Okay, so Tanaka versus Porcello. Porcello always shuts down the Yanks, so that just kind of was a bummer right there. Jake, are you excited for this? Are you excited, nervous, in just wonderment? Like, what's your thoughts on this whole experiment?
I would say once the ball is on the pitch and they're playing, I'm excited. I guess a lot of the ancillary stuff, like them roaming around London, I'm kind of like, all right, that's something. But I don't know. I do want to see kind of the environment in the stadium, how the foul area comes into play, how the short fences come into play. So I'm interested, and I think it's I don't know. These 2-game sets can be funky because you can get beat in them, and it's like, damn, we just lost 2 games to them, or you can win both and be like, clap your hands, move on. I think the split is just kind of a shrug. We went to London and did it. But I don't know. Once the ball's in play, I'll be excited.
I'm worried that all the ancillary shit's going to take over the play on the field. Like, are we going to be allowed to get invested into this game, or is it going to feel like exhibition games? You know what I mean? Like, if the Yankees lose a heartbreaker, is it partly going to be like, well, it's a weird series? Or are we allowed to give our heart?
I mean, I think Yankees Red Sox is going to kick in. I think you're going to feel that, and I just to get your cup upside down. That's not a phrase. The Yankees saw Porcello this year, and they knocked him up pretty good, 4.25 earned runs. So I know last year he was pretty tough against us, but our one appearance this year. And Jim, it's like a crazy different Yankees team. Like when you actually look at it, and maybe we got to get into that lineup, Jimmer.
Yeah, lineup today for the Yankees is as such. DJ LeMahieu, La Machina, is leading off playing third base. Aaron Judge is in right field. Gary Sanchez is catching. Voit at first. D. Gregorius at short. Encarnacion DHing. Aaron Hicks in center field, roaming that small center field. Gleyber Torres in second base. Brett Gardner in left field. And Tanaka on the bump. They did say that the shadows are deep in the infield.
Deep shadows in the infield? Is that what you're saying?
I think that doesn't come into play today because it's a night game. I think it comes into play tomorrow, the afternoon game, more. But yeah, I think they said the shadows in the infield are kind of wild.
It's supposed to be really hot there, too. It's supposed to be like 97 or something.
That blows.
Yeah.
It was really hot here yesterday, and that sucked.
Are you happy we didn't go to London to sit in 97-degree weather?
Yeah.
I know you are.
Yeah. Actually, Jake and I were going to try and go to these games, but I'm kind of happy we didn't altogether, Jake. Like,
Yeah.
I needed the day off yesterday more than anyone's needed a day off ever.
Yeah, you've been sleepy mode on me. But Jim, I think it's funny with the lineup today. I looked at it and I was like, damn, man, we rolled it out. And then I was like, Giancarlo just went on the IL.
Yeah.
But it still looks like a crazy good lineup. And yeah, I mean, Giancarlo's in there ideally when he's right. I think he's in Voigt's spot. And then you put Voigt after Didi. So I mean, that just gets into whole lineup stuff. But I love this lineup. It's again, not as much balance, but with Gregorius moving up and Hicks sliding down, the bottom of the lineup does have some good balance going on to it. So I'm excited to roll it out, man. I mean, the Yanks could have a real opportunity to punch the Sox in the mouth and be like, look at our team now, guys.
Same way that the Rebels punched those loyalists in the mouth and won that war.
Can you promise me this isn't England on a long play from the Tea Party being like, we're getting revenge, we're kidnapping Tyro Estrada?
I don't think England cares about this at all.
Okay.
Like, I just told you that before we went live. Like, this hasn't been covered in any English newspapers. I don't think they care. I think it's going to be Americans who live in England in the stands. And maybe they brought a friend. I don't think anyone from England, Britain, the UK,
I think so,
cares. Well, you like to be optimistic. I think
so. And yeah, I think sometimes you like to be too pessimistic. And I think the answer's in the middle. Like, I don't know. Like, when's the last time you read the newspaper? Well,
I read newspapers every day on JJR.
I mean, not really. Like, and it's been talked about online and stuff. And I mean, just take someone posting a couple newspapers on Reddit doesn't fully shake me. I mean, I'm sure
they posted the sports section from every website and newspaper in London the last 2 days, and there wasn't one article about this game.
Yeah, and that's cool. But it's going to be interesting. I wonder if they're going to try to do soccer things in the crowd. Are they going to try to chant throughout?
Oh, that would be fucking so annoying. I hope there's not chants throughout the game.
So that's your first mini what to watch for today. What do you like about the lineup, Jim?
Yankees lineup's fine. I will have no qualms with the lineup forever. I do wonder if there's going to be, let's get Romine an inning. Let's get Urshela an inning. Even if it doesn't call for it. I think if we're up big or down big, you're going to put guys in just so they can say they played a game in London and got to experience it. But I wonder how deep that goes. Like, how close of a game does it have to be to, or are they not going to do it at all? So I am interested in how they sub. Because I would think that the natural human brain says it'd be really nice if we could get everyone an inning.
I think each team is rooting that one of these games is a blowout so they can get everyone in. I think, Jim, if both these games are close games, I don't think anyone cares. I mean, I think, like, we saw pictures of the guys, like Talkman was on the field yesterday taking pictures. Like, those guys are just stoked that they're on the trip, Like, it would be cool if they played, but just the fact they got invited was the cool part. So, I don't know. I don't think they're going to go full high school trip to Cooperstown on that one, but it'll be interesting to see. And I mean, Porcello against this lineup, like you said, I actually had a similar reaction. I was like, damn, man, Porcello has games against us. That what was it, 83 pitch shutout or whatever is like going to be frozen in our head for life. But this is such a different Yankees team. Aaron Hicks, Gleyber Torres, Brett Gardner at the bottom of the lineup. There was times last year when that was our top of the lineup. So excited to see that. And Jim on the opposing side of the field, the Mook man, Mookie Betts in right, Devers batting second, playing third, Bogarts the shortstop, hitting third. JD Martinez DHing, Benny in left, Vasquez, the catcher, batting sixth, Brock Holt second, Chavez, Ice Horse at first, and JBJ in center field with Lemon Rick Porcello on the mound.
Yep. 385 to dead center. I was just looking at all the other stadiums in the MLB. What do you think the shortest dead center is?
Is there still like a 400 flat?
Yeah, but there's a lot shorter than that.
Oh, really?
Yep. One is
What do you
tricky.
got?
Fenway's the shortest, but it's the monster. Still,
I mean,
kinda
theirs
there.
goes out to 420
390 to dead center.
with the monster. Okay, but yeah, there's that triangle that's okay. So this is dead center. That's don't love that at all.
Well,
That's
that's
a trap.
what the 385 is, dead center.
Right. But I mean, center field there also goes out to 420. Part of center field goes out to 420.
But if you hit it dead center, it's 390.
Right. Straight away. Gotcha.
That's how, And then there was a bunch of others, like Angels is 396 to dead center.
How about that?
Dodgers is 395, and there was one that was I thought there was one that was 380 something.
No.
399, 396, 399 in San Francisco, which that weirded me out.
Well, that's another one where I think San Francisco gets wide a little outside of straight center field.
Yeah, it's a straight line.
Yeah, it's weird.
Is this going to be a perfect arc in the outfield? You would guess, right?
I believe so, because I think it's 330 down the lines. Yeah, we'll see if that's a big factor or not. What are you seeing in the Red Sox lineup, Jim?
Nothing. No one scares me.
Ow.
I mean, JD scared me a lot last year. So did Mookie. Benintendi scares me at Yankee Stadium a lot, like unreasonably a lot. He scares me at Yankee Stadium. We've seen them twice now. I don't know, man. Like, there's not one guy that steps up to the plate, and I think, except Benny in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of nuts that
and they're all good. I'm not trying to be like they're not good. I just don't get a sense of panic like I used to get with Pedroia back in the day, Ortiz, even like Euclid for those 3 years where I was like, fuck, he's up. I don't really get that with anyone. Oh, Pierce. To be honest, Pierce.
Yeah. He's on the IL currently. But yeah, I mean, it's funny kind of getting into the stats because it's been a while since we've seen the Sox. Devers and Bogaerts are having great years. I mean, Bogaerts with hitting 298, 389 OBP. Devers is hitting 322. His OPS is right under 900. I think if you told Red Sox fans before the season that Devers and Bogaerts were going to rake, they'd say, oh my God, we're going to be back in the championship. Get the duck boats ready. But Mookie is not having a full out Mookie year. JD is still having a really solid year. I mean, he's if he has a good weekend, his numbers can still look very impressive. Chavez has been solid for them.
I think it's
Benny, his OPS starts with a 7, which is very surprising for him. So yeah, I think a lot of these guys, I'm a huge advocate of the toughest thing to do in sports is repeat, just because the wear and tear, and you put everything into that. And I think we're seeing just a little bit of that effect from some of the Red Sox this year.
JD crushes Tanaka.
Sure.
9 for 26 with 3 home runs and 2 doubles. 450 batting average, 1.476 OPS. So now I'm scared of JD today.
Okay.
Crushes Tanaka. And to be honest, JD, Judge, all they have to do is put the ball in the air.
Yeah.
Like, their pop flies will probably be home runs. So it's nice that we have Tanaka, who generates a lot of ground balls and not pop-ups. I don't know what Porcello generates, but yeah, anything in the air, you're going to hold your breath.
Yeah, I don't know because I mean, normally at Yankee Stadium in Fenway, I mean, the left field at Fenway in the air, you hold your breath. Right field at the stadium, you hold your breath. And I mean, there's not going to be anything of that. I mean, to center field is kind of going to be the weird one.
320 is still pretty short.
Yeah, I mean, it's not long, but I mean, it's longer than Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, not down the left field line for our righties.
No.
Yeah, we'll see.
So that's bigger than Fenway.
Jackie Bradley Jr. has terrible batting average, but no, never mind. Xander has good numbers off Tanaka as well. So bullpen should be a weird thing for the Yankees because they are bullpenning tomorrow, but they just had 2 days off. So I think the Four Horsemen should be able to pitch both of these games with the off day Monday. So like Chad and Nestor aren't available today, but I think Britton, Canely.
Chad pitched before he opened last time.
That's true, but I think they're going to want 2 out of him tomorrow, and they only got 1. I think the Four Horsemen will go today, and I think they'll go again tomorrow.
Yeah,
if it's a close game,
unless it's a blowout of sorts. And Jim, I don't know if you're ready, but that kind of eases into my what to watch for.
What is that?
Jimmy, my what to watch for, I wrote down the word sellout because we're in New Zealand now. And I'm not talking about sellout in the stadium because I don't care about that. Although the soccer environment, it'll be interesting to see if they do soccer chants and stuff. I guess I'm looking out for that. But Jim, I'm kind of going to disagree with a little bit of what your attitude, because I had a big picture moment before this. So we had the off days. We had 2 off days before, 1 off day after. We've got 2 games set here. We're sneaking up on the All-Star break. And Jimmy, the Yankees have a big lead in the AL East. And all of baseball's eyes are on this London series this weekend. Maybe not in London, but baseball fans, their eyes are in London this weekend. And if either of these teams take 2 games, it's going to be significant. If the Red Sox win 2 games, they're going to build the rest of their season around like, we clipped them in London. If we took 2 games, it's go time. If the Yankees take 2 games, I think it's similar to the Boston Massacre last year because the Yankees would go up 11 games. And Jim, it's on a national stage. The Yankees game, that final Sunday game, that was an ESPN game, and it kind of was what it was. This is actually on an international stage. This is all eyes. If the Yankees take both, people are going to be, foot on throat with the Sox. So I'm watching for both teams to sell out, man. I think you're going to see these played like playoff games. I think you're going to see them emptying the bullpens. And I think that's why. Yeah,
my what to watch for is the very complete opposite. We couldn't be on the opposite sides of the coin of this. I think these games are going to be treated as exhibition games, and they're going to be hard to be taken seriously. I don't think anyone's watching. Like next year when the Cubs and Cardinals go to London, I'm not going to watch that because I'm going to watch my own team. So I don't think anyone that's a Yankees Red Sox that isn't a Yankees Red Sox fan, they're just going to watch the highlights and be like, "Oh, who won that London game?" and then find out. I don't think this is a big deal to anyone besides Yankees Red Sox fans and like the MLB officials who threw it on there. I think that we may see more of an exhibition games and get everyone in and let's just put on a good show. I don't think there's going to be intensity. They've been hanging out for the last 2 days, doing events together, hanging out with each other. There's this whole article, what do you want this to give the fans? And they're like, I just hope we have good games. I hope it's really close with the runner on second. I just hope they get to see good baseball. I don't think these games are going to be treated with intensity. I think it's going to be mostly like everything else is going to be the bigger storyline. I think we're going to get annoyed with the announcers doing like just talking about whatever they're talking about in London and not the game. And I think the game's going to be very secondary these next 2 days. So yeah, we are on like completely opposite sides of the coin with the way
I think you're right, and I think you think that way with the international stuff, but you're forgetting it's still Yankees Red Sox mid-season. Like Yanks are clicking on all cylinders. Red Sox are kind of limping around while Craig Kimbrell just made his debut for the Cubs the other day. I mean, everything you deal with still with the internet and everything that you would do in a normal Yankees game, I mean, that's going to be Yankees Red Sox multiplied still. And it's going to be multiplied even a little more with London.
Yeah, but we are talking about that was like a Sunday night ESPN game versus a Saturday at 10 o'clock on like the weekend before July 4th. I don't think anyone's watching this game besides
they're watching. It's on Fox.
Yeah, we'll see. My what to watch for is like how how real are these games going to feel? Because I don't think they're going to feel real. I think they're going to feel like exhibition games.
All right.
Let's go to the Homer draft. It's the Homer draft. Which should be wild. Now, there's only 2 games, so you're going to get to choose 2. I'm going to get to choose 2, and then tomorrow we can't choose the same guys again. Usually there's 3 games or 4 games. Who has the first pick here? It looks like, this is easy to find out. I had it. You had it. I had it. You have the first pick, Jake.
I have the first pick, and just because you're already so negative about this game, I'm going to step on your throat and take Gary Sanchez.
Okay, that's fine. I really didn't want you to take Judge. I'm taking Judge. I think Judge hits like a pop-up, and it's a home run to any part of this field. Like all he has to do is make his launch angle above whatever degree, and it's going out. He doesn't really hit pop-ups that aren't morning track pop-ups.
Yeah.
So I have Judge. And then after Judge, I'm going to take Gardner.
Wow.
I think old man Gardner is one of the only ones that will bring that intensity you're talking about because Gardner can't leave that intensity at the door. Nothing's bigger than his hardo intensity. And I think he's at the twilight of his career, and he may take this a little more like, wow, I want to do big things here. So I'm taking Judge and Gardner.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to take one of the bigger, stronger hitters. I'm going to take Luke Voit.
Good call.
Luke Voit.
Edwin's for tomorrow. We'll see who can grab him tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do we have an over/under on this?
We should. Let me go check it out. What would you think it's at?
10.5.
I would guess 9.5. Let's see if it's on the board.
If it was at Yankee Stadium, I'd guess 9.5.
I've got good news for you. 11.5.
Yeah, the stadium's tiny, man.
Yeah. And the Yankees offense has also been nuts of late. I mean, this was an over. They 11 was their over under in the stadium a couple games ago.
I'm gonna go under, and I'm gonna bank on Tank treating this like a big game.
I think it's going under. I think people are getting over anxious about the stadium dimensions. Like you just went around and did the straight line stuff. Like it's not super different than a lot of stadiums. It's definitely small. But there's also the foul ground too. Like I think this is going to be pretty normal. I could be on here tomorrow morning screaming the complete opposite, but I don't expect it to be completely different. We probably get 1 or 2 cheapies, but that's about it.
Yeah, I think you're going to get like one where the center fielder or outfielder is completely camped under it. Like it's just a lazy fly ball, but he's at the warning track at the wall, like camped under, and just has to like watch it go past him.
I will say this for your negative baseball town. If it just does become lazy fly ball, home run derby, that's going to be a bad look for baseball. And they're going to think it's a good look. Like, we had 12 homers hit in London this weekend. Can you believe these guys? And everyone who's an actual baseball fan will be like, that sucked. Guys were hitting pop-ups that got out of the park.
Yeah, that's where my brain is.
I don't think we're going there, but maybe.
I wanted to say about all the foul territory, Gary has, as soon as there's a foul pop up, he completely has no idea where it is at all times. Like he's like, So now with that, I just fucking really hurt my neck. You know, when
you
you
got to be careful with that.
you move it too fast and like
yeah.
and now it's shooting all around.
Yeah.
Well, I think Gary's gonna be that fucking really hurts. I think Gary's gonna be funny to watch because these balls are gonna drop in fair territory or foul play. Like they're gonna be catchable now. And maybe both catchers. Everything's catchable. So you might see them like sell out for balls, and then it turns out they are actually 10 rows into the seats, but these catchers don't know with this area, so they're just fucking booking it whenever ball hits bat. Might be
sprints.
Fun. Yeah.
Pop-up sprints by the catchers. The second what to watch for.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. The chat's been booming.
What's going on in your chat, Jim?
I couldn't even keep up with it.
Yeah, man. Big day.
Yeah, there's one dude in Chadwick in here who's just fighting that people in America call it soccer.
Okay.
Which choose better battles. Carl says, oh, God, the foul territory is going to be either so much trouble or so many outs are there. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like, there's a chance this feels just like baseball, like you're saying, Jake, but there is a chance, more chance than any other stadium, where we're like, wow, this is different.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that the 2-game small sample size is gonna set the tone on it. But yeah, I mean, in my head, I think we get like 2 more foul outs than we normally do, and we get 1.5, 2 more home runs than we normally do.
Yeah. Greg said, why send down someone like Clint? I'd rather send down Greg Bird, and I will just kindly let you know that Bird's on the injured list, so he can't get sent down.
Also not on the team.
Yeah, but yeah. So because when you're on the injured list, you're not on the 25-man roster, so you don't come into play in that situation. Greg may be a very new baseball fan, so I'll let him know.
Sure.
Need to get your partner's heat pack and throw it on your neck. Yeah, I do. I do need to get Katie's heat pack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do the Phillies keep losing to the Marlins, Jake? Any answers?
It's tough to say. Tough to say. The NL East is going to be a weird season when the story is told. Just with the Mets' general weirdness, the Nats being in it, then being out of it, the Phillies not being able to do much. I mean, the Braves are easily the most consistent team in that division, I feel like.
They've been fun, too. Did you see... can't think. Oh, did you see Bryce Harper's like comments about using a curveball machine?
No.
Like Gabe Kapler wants to, in batting practice, have like a BP throw that, and then a curveball machine be throwing curveballs to them. And he said if guys want to use it, they can use it. Bryce Harper, whose numbers versus curveballs this season are terrible, in his like interview, they asked him about it, and he kind of is about to say something really stupid and then catches himself and goes, I'm just trying to figure out how to answer that. If guys want to use that, that's really cool. It's good. I'm not into that kind of stuff, so I'm not going to be using it. And then now it's like a thing. I half get it. Like such creatures of habit. Like I'm not going to hit off a curveball. I've never done that before.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think you can do that on the field for BP. I think it's kind of embarrassing. Like, do it in the tunnel.
In the tunnel, yeah.
Yeah. Predictions for today. Did we not do those? I think Yanks win 8-7. That's what they won yesterday or 2 days.
Oh, wow. I'm telling you, if that happens, man, this is going to be a thing. Yanks win. Yeah, they definitely flex the muscle on offense. 9-5. And we both bet the under, so.
Yeah. Jordan says, proud of our growth. And he says, your game 1 burn of the Toronto was personal favorite he's done. I can't remember what it was.
Thanks, Jay Nasty.
There's a good question. Why are the Boston Red Sox and Yankees playing in London?
Ooh, $1 million question. Every sport's trying to grow the game.
Grow the game. Grow the game. Besides
football, NBA.
Irish hurling, they're pretty content.
Yeah, they're happy where they are. I think NBA is going to be the first team in London. We'll see. Actually, them in the NFL are racing.
That's going to be brutal for travel.
Yeah, little
The
planning.
NBA should do it because they have a national sport. No one really cares. The NFL is the least
International.
International, yeah. All right, that's it. Oh, this is interesting that I want to talk about on the podcast, but we can do a little debriefing here. Someone said thoughts on Bumgarner Stroman. You sent me that article, which is, I mean, you tagged me in it because that's exactly what I've been saying.
It's the perfect example. The Cole Hamels case study from last year is the perfect example.
Well, I've been saying Hap, like, I've been saying Bumgarner is going to warrant less than what Hap got last year, and Hamels got less than what Hap got last year, and that makes sense. People keep trying to give up the moon for Bumgarner, and that article had it as if you look at what his comps are, he will get one top 100 player, but not like top 10.
No,
but one top 100 player, two meddling prospects, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
So just if you're thinking about trades and looking at trades, look at the comps of the trades from last year and the year before that. I guarantee you they're less than what you're thinking in your head because they're wildly low. That one for Cole Hamels was wildly low. All right, that's it. Gonna go watch some games in London. You want to give them your best London accent?
Well, I don't know, man. I came to see the ball. I'm normally here for the West Ham matches, and now we're playing baseball on the field. That turned into the Beatles really quick, huh?
You sound like you're from London.